For today's class, we're going to learn how to become president. So the first thing you have to do is to determine if you're eligible to run. To determine if you can run, you need to be able to check off 3 requirements. Are you a natural-born citizen? Are you older than 35 years old? And are you a resident of the United States? The next step is the primary elections. This is where each party holds an election in each state where all of the eligible candidates go head-to-head to win the most votes from the party's voters. Once the votes are counted, the winner of each primary is determined. The winner of the most primaries moves to the National Convention. At the convention, they accept their party's nomination to represent them in the general election later that year. Next comes the general election. This is where each party and their chosen candidate go head-to-head to figure out who will be the next president. The votes from this election are counted, but they are counted differently than before. The votes from this election go into the Electoral College. No, it's not like an actual school, but more of a way to make the votes easier to count. Each state gets a number of electoral votes based on the number of senators plus their number of representatives in the House. For example, Kentucky has 2 senators and 6 representatives, so we have 8 electoral votes. Whoever wins the general election in each state wins the state's number of electoral votes. So if they won Kentucky, they would win 8 votes. The candidate must have 270 electoral votes in order to win the presidency. You did it! You're moving into the White House. You learned how to become president. Hey, maybe you could be president someday.